firstly, from your reading of what's been made publicly available, is this a genuine threat?
Morning, Bongani. I think the first issue is I'm quite shocked that we're all reading about this. I really don't think that this at all should have been a media release that was made by the presidency. And I'm very horrified that they actually showed the whole world the actual letter and the bullet that was found at Ms. Baleni's house. If it, as for a real threat, look, all threats, have to be investigated. Not all threats are equal. I think we should be careful about putting too much weight to the content of the letter. Just because the person is referencing state capture, etc., does not mean that that is what the person's issues are. They might just be the issues that they know are going to get everybody's attention and make a threat seem credible. But the person might just be wanting to create fear and anxiety in Ms. Baleni for many reasons, not because they all have any involvement in state capture.
We're talking to you, of course, because you were a former SAPS profiler. You're only one of two certified threat managers of the U.S. Association of Threat Assessment Professionals from this continent. You're part of an elite group of only 130 people. You know your stuff. Why does it horrify you that this was released by the presidency?
Well, firstly, there's no need to inform the whole country that Ms. Baleni has received a threat. Firstly, I can imagine the poor police investigators who are actually the ones in charge of this investigation must be pulling their hair out. You've essentially given the threatener status, credibility. You've stroked his ego because now the highest office in the land is responding to his threat. That's incredibly a rewarding sense of confirmation for the person who wrote this letter. You've divulged sensitive information about how the letter was delivered, where it was found, and it's displayed the actual exhibit. So basically, if someone ever is arrested and does a confession, a very smart attorney is just going to say that my client was threatened by the police, and he confessed to everything that he read in your media release and in the letter that you showed to the world. That's how he knows all this information. You've also increased the chance of copycats, because now anybody who sends a similarly worded, typed, structured letter with the same spelling mistakes, etc., via email through a VPN to the presidency's office. How are we going to know if this is the real threatener, a copycat? And you obviously contaminate the ability to determine the level of the threat. So it's just, I don't know what was going through the presidency's office. I cannot imagine that this press release was condoned by the police beforehand.
Current events, developing stories,
tough questions,
your voice making a difference.
This is Breakfast with Bongani Bingwa.